Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at the 7 most underrated cruiser motorcycles you should ride. Number 7. Indian Scout Bobber 60. The Indian Scout Bobber 60, the motorcycle that oozes coolness with its classic bobber style. This bad boy rocks the classic bobber style, complete with a side-mounted license plate and taillight that screams, "I'm here to turn heads." Under the seat, you've got a blacked-out, liquid-cooled V-twin engine with 78 horsepower. That's more power than you'll know what to do with in a good way. Thanks to electronic fuel injection and liquid cooling, this beauty roars to life every time you crank it up, making you feel like a rebel without a cause. But it's not all about raw power. This bike's got brains too. It's designed for ease with a lightweight aluminum frame and a low seat, giving you control at any speed. Now let's talk specs. This beast packs a 60 cubic inch V-twin engine, 78 horses, a 5-speed transmission, and a 3.3-gallon fuel tank. With a seat height of 25 inches and a wheelbase of 61 inches, it's as comfortable as your favorite armchair, but with a bit more horsepower. So whether you're tearing up the open road or just cruising through town, the Indian Scout Bobber 60 is your ticket to two-wheeled stardom. Number 6. Arch K GT1. The Arch K GT1 is like that cool friend who's got it all. A blend of long-distance comfort and impressive torque, with a dash of agile handling. Its power comes from an Arch S and 124 SI V-twin engine, which means it's equally at ease cruising highways or carving through canyon roads. This bike's got a sleek and agile vibe, with aluminum components that serve double duty, making for a rigid and dynamic ride. The frame is a single-tube backbone, and the machined billet aluminum fuel cell acts as its trusty sidekick. There's also a lightweight billet aluminum swing arm that keeps things connected with the road. Every K GT1 gets its own unique style and comfort package, making sure it's a perfect fit. Now, here's the kicker. This beauty is usually made to order with a 90-day turnaround. It's not your everyday ride. Arch had only 3 next-gen bikes for a review in 2019. That level of obsession and dedication is evident in every inch of this bike, from its top-notch build quality to its exceptional riding experience. The price tag is $85,000. It's one of the most exclusive production motorcycles out there. Number 5. Triumph Rocket 3R. The Triumph Rocket 3R, brought to you by the fine folks at Triumph Motorcycles, is a mean machine. When you look at it, the Rocket 3R means business. It's got a brawny 18-liter fuel tank with a cooled central recess, plus a snazzy Monza-style cap. Under the Rocket 3R's exterior, you'll find a hefty 2458cc water-cooled 3-cylinder engine that pumps out 165 horsepower and enough torque to rearrange your facial expression. It's got a 6-speed manual transmission and shaft drive to keep things spinning. Hop on, and you'll find it pretty comfy. The rider's throne is adjustable, and there are seats designed for both you and your riding buddy. The handlebars give you that commanding feeling you want when you're out on the open road. But what really sets this beast apart are the top-notch suspension and brakes. Showa forks in the front and a fancy Showa piggyback reservoir at the rear. The brakes are no slouch either, with Brembo calipers keeping you in check. In a nutshell, the Triumph Rocket 3R is a bruiser of a bike with the power to match its looks. Number 4. Harley-Davidson Sportster. The Harley-Davidson Sportster S, a shiny new arrival in 2021, is a beast of a cruiser. It's got the Revolution Max 1250T engine under the hood, a liquid-cooled V-twin that serves up some serious low-end torque. This baby's torque curve is tuned to give you maximum control in the saddle. Forget everything you know about Sportsters, because the Sportster S is in a league of its own. It's for those who crave top-notch performance and eye-catching style, with the agility and handling of a sport bike. This is like the rebirth of a legend that originally kicked off back in 1957. But now it's here to blow your mind all over again. The Revolution Max engine is a liquid-cooled powerhouse with double overhead camshafts and variable valve timing. It serves up torque and power exactly when you want it, putting you in charge. You won't find the Sportster S in a ton of different versions and colors. Just one, but it comes in 4 slick shades. All in all, it's a cruiser that's all about performance and style, for those who want nothing but the best. Number 3. Indian Challenger. The Indian Challenger, a cool creation from Indian Motorcycle, hit the scene in October 2020, and it's got riders buzzing. This fixed fairing bagger is not just a mean machine. It's a work of art with a dash of tech brilliance. Under the seat, you'll find the Indian Power Plus engine, a liquid-cooled V-twin that roars with 122 horsepower and 128 foot-pounds of torque. To keep your ride smooth and stylish, the Challenger rocks an inverted 43mm fork up front and a hydraulically adjustable rear shock in the back. It's all about that perfect blend of muscle and speed, just like the old-school Indian bikes. Now here's where it gets fancy. The Indian Challenger packs a 7-inch touchscreen system, Indian Ride Command. It's like having a personal assistant on your bike. In terms of specs, you're looking at a 1769cc engine, a 6-gallon fuel tank, and a comfy 26-inch seat height. And you know what? It's been getting some serious thumbs up for its power, speed, and tech-savvy features. Looks like the Challenger lives up to its name. Number 2. Honda Rebel 500. The Honda Rebel 500, also known as the Honda Rebel 500, is a cool ride from the folks in Honda. This bike is like a mixtape of old and new. It rocks a classic, retro look on the outside, but has all the modern tech under the hood. Honda's head honcho, Kita Mikura, sums it up pretty nicely. It's a motorcycle that blends timeless style with modern flair. It's easy to handle, and it's ready for whatever adventures you've got in mind. Under the seat, you've got a liquid-cooled 471cc engine that's no slouch. It's got a comfy, low seat height that lets you flat-footed at stoplights. It's got that sleek blacked-out look, a comfy riding position, and comes in different shades, including candy blue, matte black metallic, and titanium metallic. The Rebel 500 isn't a heavyweight, tipping the scales at 408 pounds. With a seat height of 27 inches at its lowest point, it's a breeze to ride. It packs a punch with 46 horsepower and 30 pound-feet of torque. The fuel ejection system keeps things running smoothly, and it's got a sturdy steel frame and grippy tubeless tires. In a nutshell, the Honda Rebel 500 is a modern classic, stylish, easy to handle, and built for adventure. Number 1. BMW R18. The BMW R18 is like the cool new kid on the cruiser block, rolling onto the scene in 2020, aiming to give Harley-Davidson and friends a run for their money. This bad boy's design is all about customization, taking the page out of the R9's book and drawing inspiration from the classic 1936 BMW R5. Under the seat, you got a massive 1802cc boxer engine, BMW's biggest yet. It cranks out a sweet 116 pounds of torque at 3,000 RPM and 91 horsepower. Shifting gears is a manual 6-speed job, and it's got a shaft drive to keep things smooth. The R18 stands tall with a seat height of 690mm and weighs in at 761 pounds when wet. It's got a 16-liter fuel tank, and you'll be sipping fuel at a rate of 5.6 liters per 100 km. This cruiser boasts a long, low silhouette with all the signature BMW style you'd expect. The twin LED headlights and taillights keep you visible on the road, and you've got a neat instrument panel to keep tabs on your ride. And if you're all about personalization, BMW's got a whole range of accessories to make this ride truly yours. So if you're looking for a cruiser that's got power, style, and personality, the BMW R18 is here to shake things up in the best way possible. And with this, we have reached the end of this video. If you found it helpful, then make sure to like it and subscribe the channel for future upcoming videos.